And usually us plow guys have these in the truck when we're plowing, right? So coming to you today from What's Up Guy Garage, we're going to go ahead and square away an issue that I had with the last Nor'easter and Big Black. Well, technically it wasn't Big Black, it was Big Black's plow. 9.6 fixture XV2. If you saw the video, you might have an idea of what this is right here. Some of the things that you need: a Fisher Easy Flow hydraulic fluid, or I've got another fluid in the truck that I'll show you. Get yourself some gloves, some paper towels. My application, I'm going to need a 3/4 and 11/16. Definitely some safety glasses for this situation. So the other fluid that I was telling you that I've got, this is more of a just in case, low temp hydraulic fluid. First thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and separate the plow. Throw your safety glasses on, because you are dealing with hydraulic fluid. Even though I know the system is no longer pressurized, pressure released once I dropped my blade. Basically came out of that fitting that's right there, and I expected that to happen. So get your safety glasses on, gloves on. All that stuff's important, especially when you're dealing with fluids and whatever. I never used to think the word's a proponent for safety glasses and ear protection and gloves and all this other stuff, but that was dumb. It is important, and technically I learned a lot of that stuff from my wife. So not that you have to do it now, but one of the things is you gotta get this wrapping off. So at least on my plow, I've got a V plow, so I've got multiple hoses everywhere, and this is just a protective wrapping, and it's just like it's almost like wire loom wrap, the old style stuff, and you just twist it out and get rid of it. Make sure you save this stuff, set it aside, don't let it blow away. It just helps keep these hoses kind of together and from them chafing on, areas on the plow. So like most things, take whatever parts you have and put it on the factory Fisher V2 parts tray. And that's this plate right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to unhook the fitting that blew, which is right here. For me, for my plow right now as it stands, it's a 3/4. And we're going to be switching over to an 11/16. So just get your wrench in there and break it free. Just be careful what you're doing. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, just pay attention. And obviously be careful, because the way this hose blew, you can see it's got a bunch of barbs on it, or a bunch of, sharp things that could poke you, so just be careful. Put that on the factory parts tray. Now we're going to attack the lower one. If you got a bucket, grab a bucket, just to be friendly to the environment, just so that you can catch any of this hydraulic fluid that's going to leak out. Have your hose pretty much ready to go ahead and slip on, so you can have the least amount of loss of fluid. So I'm going to go ahead and undo this, swap it on as fast as we can. Because there is going to be a little bit of fluid loss. Mainly it's going to be in the hose. At least if you had your hose ready, you can catch fluid that's potentially coming out of the piston. So it's not like it's under pressure, but I might as well just give it a try anyway. So now for me, my new fitting is 11/16. So I'm going to go ahead and spin that on. And I'm going to leave things loose until I am ready to connect both sides up, and the reason why I'm doing that is the hose has a natural arc to it, and I want to make use of that arc when I put things together so that I'm not putting any additional stress on the hose. So that seems pretty good. I think we're seeing stuff. So now you can see this hose kind of has a natural arc to it. So what I kind of want to do is I want to mimic what's kind of already there. And I'm going to go ahead and thread that on. I can actually take a little bit of the fluid that I've got in that drain and just throw a little bit on the threads right here. Go ahead and hook that up. All this stuff is just really easy. I mean, it's made to be that way, I guess, when you think about it. Oh, my head's in the way. Take my 11/16. Get this hose out of here. Yeah, this hose is much nicer. So that's pretty much where I want that hose. I know right now that my wing is all the way back. We're not going to have any chafing as of right now, so that's going to be perfect. This hose is mint. So now we'll get in there. And all this stuff is literally just hand tight. You know what I mean? I don't want also what's a nigga cranking stuff here. A little bit of an up arc on it. So it's definitely out of the way. Cranked down. Nice and tight. Give this one another blast right here. Nice, that's it. And then grab my anti-scuff or anti-chafe stuff, and I'm gonna wrap it on the hose that's right there. Just gonna start from the bottom. Wrap it around my smaller hose first, and then grab the two of them together. Just wrap it up. I like this stuff. I should get more. Yeah, like it. Like that. That's nice. And then you kind of just, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm just rolling my hands on the, on this, it's like I said, like it's almost like that old school wire loom stuff. And I'm just wrapping it, and then that's it. That's nice. I like it. Literally, if I wasn't recording any of this, it's like a 5-minute fix. Refill the fluid while my truck is backed away. Pull Big Black back in. Hook it up. Actuate the plow to get any of the air out of the system. And then it'll be good to go. So right there is where you fill your plow fluid. You know, go ahead and get a wrench on that. We'll check the fluid level and clean the entire area where you're going to be working in. That way you don't get any contaminants inside the pump itself, because then that's a bad situation. So my plow, focus, 11mm or preferably 7/16, and obviously you're going to use the open end. So just get on there, righty tighty, lefty loosey, break it free. Maybe even having a rag over it or a paper towel or something, so that when you do unscrew this, can hear a little bit of air escaping. But just pull this off nice and easy. Put something in there, like a rag or whatever, and just pull your little bolt out. Clean it off. Put it on the factory fisher tray, and then I'll get a flashlight so we can see if we can see any fluid in there. And if you don't have a funnel, what I have found is these work out great as funnels. So, you know, plow guys usually have these in their truck when they're plowing, right? Just kidding. Do not drink and plow. But if you don't have a funnel, you can just go ahead and cut the bottom off one of these, and then very carefully, so that when you go to throw your hydraulic fluid in there, you've got, you know, you've got a spot where you can go ahead and just pour it right in. Works for me. Getting there. Make sure you wipe up any spills. Jeez. Plow guys, do not drink and drive. Hose is all replaced. They're all filled, topped off. All you gotta do is just make sure you tighten your bolt and clean up anything that you need to clean up. Just clean up any of the extra spillage or whatever. And that's it. So the only thing you will have to keep in mind is that you will have to keep some fluid with you does like any type of hydraulic fluid change or like a power steering pump or whatever, is the fluid will have a tendency to aerate, and you have to just give that time for those bubbles to dissipate. It will happen over time, but just keep in mind to just keep some fluid with you. Go ahead and get yourself a proper funnel so that you can fill it up, and but you should be good to go. I'm psyched. Big Black is all set and ready for the next nor'easter that's coming, tomorrow. So that's it. Coming to you from What's Up Guy Garage. See ya. We're gonna go my Fisher. Ah man, I'm looking at myself. If you saw one of the videos that it was with Big Black that I'm talking. Usually us plow guys have these in the truck when we're plowing, right?